When I lived in Savannah, one of the stories I covered as a news reporter was for a collard greens festival. And at that festival, there was some cornbread there. It was so good. I had never made cornbread before, but I vowed to make some that tasted like the one I had on that day. To make my cornbread, you're gonna need a few simple ingredients. Here's what they are. We've got sugar for a little sweetness. We have flour and finely ground cornmeal. We also have egg, baking powder, salt, melted butter, and buttermilk. What's so cool about this recipe is if you don't have butter on hand, melted butter, you can use vegetable oil. All right, super simple. If you don't want it to be super sweet, cut out a little bit of that sugar. All right, no big deal. This is gonna come out delicious no matter what you do. All right, just follow these steps. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna toss your dry ingredients into the mixer. If you don't have a mixer, no big deal. Use a spoon or a whisk and a bowl, and it'll come out perfect. We're just gonna give this a quick turn in the mixer, about 10-15 seconds, no big deal, and then we throw in the wet ingredients. All right, mixing is done. Now go in the wet ingredients. We've got our buttermilk, our egg, and our melted butter. And that's it. Next step, take off this whisk, get all the goodness off of there, and then we're gonna pour it into our prepared baking pan. All right, you gotta spread this out so it hits each one of those corners. We're gonna toss this in the oven, and when it's done, it's gonna be absolutely perfect. All right, cornbread is done. We've let it cool off, and we're gonna get it cut up and ready to go. Cut up your cornbread however you want. You can do it on an angle, kind of like I like to do my brownies, or you can do the traditional way like this. What I like about cornbread is because it is like a savory, kind of hearty type of addition to a meal, is I really like to pile it up whenever I serve it because it just looks kind of rustic, you know? And if you don't want to bake it in a baking pan, you can use a cast iron skillet. That always lends a really, really pretty dish. And then you can put that skillet right at the table for everybody to get their cornbread out of. Just make sure it's cooled off pretty well. All right, so here's our cornbread. Check it out. Now, the way I like my cornbread is with butter. My kids eat it with just honey, or heck, you can have the best of both worlds and have honey butter. All right, I like to make my own honey butter. If you want to get that recipe, you can find that here on Creatively Bambi. I'll show you how to do it. Super easy, super simple. Homemade cornbread. So good. It's really good with chili, any kind of soup, beside a salad. You're gonna love it. Try it out. Thanks for checking in with me today. I'll see you next time.